Hey guys, it is time to set up my July monthly calendar, so let's get started. I just use, for my refrigerator, mostly for my kids, this Erin Condren calendar pad, and I love it. It works out perfectly. It's just paper. I can write on it and then tear it off and throw it in the trash. Okay, so to make this easier, I just color code by the person in our family. So we're going to do mom is purple, dad is this lighter blue, and Miss Cadence is pink. Okay. Hendrix is a darker blue. Miles is green. And then we have orange just for any extra like family events together. Okay, so let's get started with the first. So let's see here. I'm going to use a ruler because Cadence is actually gone to camp this week. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to write Camp Zone. Perfect. And then of course on Friday, my husband and I are off work. Ooh, wrong color. Okay, and as a family, as soon as Cadence gets home from camp, we are going to spend the weekend at the cabin. So just gonna write it like this. We're doing that as soon as she gets back. They're supposed to be back around 1, I think. And then let's see here, as soon as she gets back as well. Is this how I want to do this? Yeah, okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, she has team camp for her high school cheer team. After team camp, they are having a pool party on Tuesday. Okay. And then let's see here. She still has her competitive cheer team practices as well on these days. You'll probably notice a theme. There's a lot of pink in every month. That girl is very, very busy. Okay, on the 9th, my older two, their youth group, is having, during the summer, they're just doing fun stuff instead of every night at actual like church. So on Wednesday, they're doing water wars with their youth group. I already forgot something. Tuesday. Dead week will be over and we are back to football. Okay. Let's see here. We have on Thursday, we have HHS cheer. She has competitive cheer practice, and Hendrix will have football practice. Perfect. Okay, on Saturday we have a fellowship with mine and my husband's Connect group. It's like a family get together, like a cookout and everything with our kids. So that'll be fun. Let's see here. On the 13th, we have a birthday party for Hendrix's friends. And then let's see here. My husband, Cadence, and I are in the toddler room at church on Sunday. We're on like a volunteer rotation, and that's our week. Okay, perfect. More camps. Let's see here. We have on the 14th, 15th, and 16th, we have choreography camp for our competitive team. Okay. Let's see here. She will still have high school cheer practice on these days. Okay. And on Monday, we also have the pad handout for Hendrix. This is where we get like our helmet, our pads, turn in all of our physicals and paperwork and all that kind of stuff on Monday. Okay, perfect. Tuesday, we will have football practice for Hendrix. And then their youth group activity on the 16th is what they call a rollout. So they are doing a rollout to Dairy Queen, and they'll just go have dinner and fellowship together as a youth group. Moving on, Thursdays, pretty much the same. We have high school cheer practice, competitive cheer practice, and Hendrix has football practice. Okay, on Friday, the boys have a dentist appointment, just like their 6-month cleaning. So both of them are going to that. Our weekends are actually kind of free here. 19th, 20th, and then let's see here. On the 21st, okay, will be Hendrix's turn to go to camp, church camp. I said his name, I didn't actually have to write it, but oh well. Perfect. So he'll leave for camp then. And then we just have practice. So we have high school and a competitive cheer practice. Same thing on Tuesday. And then since Hendrix will be gone to camp, I don't need to write down football. No youth group activity because they are gone to camp. And then let's see here, we'll have high school cheer and competitive. This gets very repetitive. And like I said, there's a whole lot of pink. Between the two cheer teams, though, she spends probably 15 to 16 hours a week in the gym, and it's just a lot. Okay, on the 25th, their youth group is having, when they get back from camp, they're having a swim party for their fellowship this week. That should be fun. And then let's see here. Okay. On the 26th, we are leaving. There we go. Okay. We are going to Dallas for a Summer Worship Nights concert. Which I'm super excited about. Cadence and I went last year as part of her birthday gift, and it was so much fun. Unfortunately, they're not as close this year, but that's okay. We're just gonna make a weekend of it, and that'll be fun. Okay, so she will miss high school cheer practice on this day, but we will be back in time for competitive cheer, so she's just gonna have to relax in the car on the way home. And then we have all of the practices and football. Perfect. No youth group this day, and then same thing, practices. And that will kind of end out our month. Perfect. And like I said, I just put this on the calendar, or I'm sorry, on our fridge. That way all the kids can see it. They can see their color. They know what they have going on. Most of the stuff is stuff that they do every week. They already know, but it makes it easier just for everybody to see what's going on. And then I don't actually have our meal plan done for the month, but I will put that right there so everybody knows what our dinner options are when I get to that. Perfect. All right. Thank you guys for joining me, and please like and subscribe.